Hey, what's up, guys? John here. What's going to happen next with small business in America is going to be absolutely unbelievable. Many would say the last couple of years, many small business owners were greatly under attack, especially lived in cities like Chicago, Philadelphia, LA, New York City. The restrictions were just ridiculous on a lot of these businesses. And these business owners, they were still stuck paying the rent. They were still paying wages. They were paying utility bills. They were paying expenses. They were paying so much just to get containers over. Remember the container price jump to get items into their stores are so expensive. Yet, many changes were happening behind the scenes that nobody's talking about. And I'm going to break down for you in this video that are going to unfold over the next couple of years that are going to change everything that we know about America. So please hit that like button. When you hit the like button, YouTube will share this content to educate more people about what's really going on. And if you want to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. Go there, schedule a free strategy session. We can see how we can help you. So take a look at this. I saw this tweet on Twitter, Hillary. Now, I don't follow Hillary. I don't follow any, political figures. I'm not political. I'm not on this side. I'm not on this side. I mainly talk about finance and money. But I saw this tweet. I thought it was very, very interesting. So it says, as of today, it's been, and it kind of just connects the dots to what the future is going to look like. As of today, it's been 14 years since the $7.25 federal minimum wage was last raised. She tagged POTUS saying supports raising the wage to at least $15. MAGA Republicans reportedly blocked that increase. What do they have against millions of working families making more? Now, it's very, very smart in the way in which she crafted it because it drives a lot of engagement. It gets a lot of people pissed off. It gets people agreeing on this side and upset on this side. And, nowadays everyone has record high debt. Everyone has a very, very high cost of living. So, of course, people want more money. It makes complete sense. And I fully agree that even $7.25 or $50 or even $15, $20 an hour, it's nearly impossible to make ends meet in most areas at that monthly or hourly wage, right? But look at what happened here. So this came out The Guardian, same exact time. The Guardian says, we last raised the federal U.S. minimum wage 14 years ago. This is unacceptable. And they go on to say that poverty kills more people than homicide, respiratory disease, gun violence, and opioid overdoses, right? And they say that it mainly impacts, these racial groups here, and it also impacts this group, LGBTQ, right? And so they're essentially saying that because of this minimum wage, this reduced minimum wage, that it's really hurting the certain groups, right? And this is what's ultimately happening. And so they're saying that we need to greatly change this. But what they're not telling anybody, and they're delivering this message at such a crucial period, because when you look at where consumer credit card balances are right now, the great financial crisis right here, look at where it is now. So this is a great financial crisis, and look where we are here. Basically doubled. Credit card balances have basically doubled from the great financial crisis. Look at credit card interest rates. The same exact thing right here, basically doubling. It looks like more than double, but it's basically doubling the interest rate. So you're seeing all these people that are going to say, yes, we need more money. We need more wages. But look at what they're not saying. So billions in corporate debt, wave of bankruptcies threatened global economy 5 days ago, Bloomberg, right? Corporate bankruptcies are surging, right? A month ago. Corporate bankruptcies are set to reach a decade-long high. What we're seeing April has 54 U.S. corporate bankruptcies, 2023 filings highest since 2010, right? What's happening right now is we're seeing a lot of pain. And as that's happening, Jerome Powell is saying that he wants to hit a soft landing, right? And they're talking about stress tests, 500 billion, 800 billion, that banks are going to be stepping into trouble. But look at this. So Powell's determined to drive wages down, right? He wants to draw wages down. Hillary and other magazine publications and other people are saying that wages need to go up, which I agree with. Wages do need to go up, but they also have to, justify. And so what are corporations going to do? You think they're going to pay more wages? No, because they're not paying their employees $7.25 an hour. They're paying them $25, $30, $35 an hour. Many of these corporations, because they have the money to do it. But look at what's happening. So they're saying right here how robots are going to help address the fast food shortage. This is what I believe is going to happen. I believe there's going to be a massive push to increase wages in a very, very, very big way in America, which is going to make things even worse for small businesses. And what I think is going to happen is I believe that corporations, they've had such a great last few years that they were investing heavily in like factory automation. Amazon's new robots you've seen these videos on TikTok and social media, but Amazon Their whole factory is basically AI and automation. Walmart's doing the same exact thing. They were even chartering their own ships. They were controlling cost with their own ships. So you think about this. They're heavily investing in their own ships, their own automation, right? And on the back end, they're saying, yes, small businesses, they need to increase their cost. They need to increase their cost. What's going to happen? We're going to see a monopoly being formed over the next couple of years that I don't think a lot of people are ready for. Amazon's also making its own containers and bypassing shipping chain chaos. Even with all the restrictions, they're able to bypass a lot of these restrictions. Others were unable to do that. They're saying global drone logistics and transportation market size to be worth 19 billion, right? 19 billion. They're saying right now it's 850 million as of last year, 850 million, and it's going to go to 19 billion. You think about how much this is going to grow, what's actually going to happen. This is what's going to happen. It says here, automation. Automation is going to take over 73 million jobs by 2030, 46% of U.S. current jobs. So here's how I see this whole thing playing out. I believe that we are going to see a lot of corporations and a lot of companies pushing heavily into automation, and all of the people that are going to be stepping into financial hardship are going to be demanding more and more and more wages, right? They're going to be demanding more money to make up for inflation, to make up for their high cost of credit card debt, interest rates. Everything's going to get much, much, much more expensive. And so because of that, what's ultimately going to happen? Small businesses are not going to be able to compete. If they're not able to compete, they're not able to pay the wages, they're going to start going out of business more and more and more and more. And so all of that attention is going to be flowing directly to large corporations. And what are consumers going to do as well? If they are pushed into a financial bind, they're going to be price shopping everything. They're looking to save every single penny that they can. If it means going to small business to buy something for 20 bucks when they can go on Amazon and get it with Amazon Prime for $4.99 delivered in 2 days, that's what they're going to do. So that's what we're going to start to see. Next couple of years is we're going to see Amazon, we're going to see Walmart, we're going to see these large corporations growing tremendously. And we're going to see small businesses in many areas get regulated out. It's absolutely crazy to witness how fast this whole thing is moving, but it's very easy to see it. It's very easy to connect the dots. This comes out 2 hours ago. The Guardian's coming out saying this. You look where consumers are. I mean, there's no way that you're going to start seeing small businesses be able to afford this. Think about it. Think about how much it would be to pay 4 or 5 employees at a coffee shop if you have to give them a massive raise. In most areas, they're not going to be able to do it. The coffee beans went up, utility bills went up, property insurance went up, the rent went up on the office space, consumers are spending less in some markets. That's, I think, going to change more and more. But you're just going to have a losing business model. That's what you're going to have. And so it's going to be a massive opportunity for these large corporations. I believe, and I mentioned this before, that we're in the greatest wealth transfer of all time. That's what I think is ultimately happening. Automations, we haven't seen anything yet. We have not seen anything yet. They've only given us the tip of the iceberg with ChatGPT. I feel like it's a fraction of 1% compared to what we're going to start seeing over the next couple of years. So if you're a small business owner, you're an entrepreneur, pay close attention to this. What you want right now is you want a business that you can run with very, very little expense, that's widely scalable. You want to have your cost fixed. You want to have very, very low to zero consumer debt. You want to have cash. You want to have options. And you want to be able to move and navigate with this ever-changing world. That's what you want. You don't want a business that's going to have razor-thin margins with fat costs that could easily be duplicated, improved, and enhanced with AI to where they can come in and undercut you on price. That's what you don't want. And that's what we're going to start seeing. We're going to start seeing that all over the place. Because you think about it, if you were a large corporation, you had a very, very big business, and let's say, for example, you're spitting out tons of cash, you would look and say, hey, look at all these automation opportunities here, right? What would you do? You would hire 5 or 10 or 15 people, and you would say, look, I want to create this business model, but I want to use this automation, I want to use this, I want to do this, I want to drop down prices, I want to compete in this niche. And you have 10 or 15 different, people building out teams, competing in all these different markets all throughout the country. Now imagine if you're a company making billions of dollars. You might have, you might just go out there acquiring tons and tons and tons of small businesses and integrating automations and robotics, and you might be, be able to grow and do this tremendously. We're not going to just see Amazon and Walmart staying in their own hubs. We're going to see these companies, along with many others, getting into hundreds or thousands of other businesses. That's what we're going to witness. We're going to witness something big. And when you see these tweets, don't get, my opinion, don't get politically involved. Look at the numbers. Look at things factually. real decisions based on fact, not based on emotion, because emotions change, facts don't. What do you think about this entire situation? Drop below, hit the like button, add me on IG. And if you want to fix your credit to position yourself before the greatest wealth transfer of all time, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. Catch you guys in the next video.